So now we can start, and this topic also we can discuss.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om. We started this question answer session, I think in the month of April or May.
April 5th, Swamiji.
April.
April 5th, yeah.
April. So, for the last many months, we were discussing different topics in the form of question and answers. The benefit of that program is anybody can join in between and leave as the circumstances requires. That is the benefit. And another benefit is there is no subject restriction, and those who are participating in this program can ask whatever they want. So it is an open session. That is another benefit. But the drawback is it will be somewhat like scattered. And if we are taking one subject and concentrating on them, then we will have more clarity. And in course of time, we will come across different topics, clubbing which we will have a clear picture of Sanatana Dharma and its greatness. That is the benefit. If we are taking one subject. So I think for some time we can have one subject, and after that question answer session. But normally, say after 20 minutes or more, everybody cannot concentrate on one single topic. So the best time or the best time span will be, I think, for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, or at the most 30 minutes, not more than that. And after that, we can continue in the next week. Like that, we can go. And after that, we can have question answer sessions. And I think we need not enter into study of a bigger text, like Vedanta text. If we are doing that, those who are really interested, not interested, everybody is interested, but those who are competent to have an in-depth study will remain here and others will slowly go out. So I think instead of a study based on some text, especially Vedanta text or other darshanas, we can take different topics from Sanatana Dharma, Shastras, or different aspects of Sanatana Dharma and discuss that for half an hour. And after that, we can have question answer session. And 1.5 hours may be too long for us. Us means those who are in Bharat, because this is night time. For those who are in America, 1.5 hours is not at all a problem, because this is morning time for them. So we have to reach at a via media. That we can do later. So if any suggestion regarding the topic you have, Madhuji or Rajivji?
There was some topics that came. It was regarding the Sodasa Samskaaras, and
Yeah,
particularly, living daily life in a Hindu way, as a parent, as a husband, wife, as a
yeah.
as a grandparent.
That's good. So we can start with that. So the first topic suggested is Shodasha Samskaras. Before entering into that particular topic, we must have a clear picture regarding Vaidika karmas. That is karmas prescribed by the Vedas. The purpose of Veda is to make the human being what we call whole. That is removing all limitations or limitedness and making him realize his unlimited nature, and thereby remove all sorrows. This is the end goal of Vedas, or for this Vedas are standing. And to reach at this, there are many stages for preparing, or we can call reforming. So a stage of preparation or a stage of reformation is there to take human being to the fullest transformation. Fullest transformation means overcoming all limitations or transcending all limitations and realizing one's unlimited self. That is the absolute or ultimate transformation. So, to take human being to this, there are many stages, and the first stage is making him, he means him or her, a disciplined one with a discipline. Discipline, both external and internal. This is the first thing. And along with getting that discipline, one must have a purity of mind and, of course, clarity of vision, sharpness of intellect. All these one must have. So, for all this, that is first to give a discipline to his life, to his physical and internal instruments, and then to give purity and clarity and sharpness of his mind and intellect. Many karma are prescribed. So in the first portion of Veda, we can see Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is the text or the portion relating to or related to karma. Different types of karma are prescribed there. And all these karmas are for this, to give that discipline, to make the mind pure and clear, and make the intellect sharper. This is explained by Bhagavan Bhashyakara in one of his prakaranas as Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. Karma prescribed in the Vedas are for making the mind pure. Then a question may come. There are Kamya Karmas, and Kamya Karmas are for getting many benefits like Swarga, the other world, and enjoyments there. So how can you say these karma, like Kamya Karmas, they are also for getting purity of mind, etc.? How you can say that? Such a question may come. The reply is, of course, that question is relevant. But see, those who have a desire within must get that fulfilled. We cannot be, or we must not be hypocrites. If we have desire within, we must get objects of enjoyments, and we must fulfill those desires. Never teach somebody who is desiring, no, you must not have desire, it will limit you. No, you don't teach that. Help him to have that desires fulfilled. That is the way. This is the practical way. Posing outwardly as if I don't have any desire and having all desires within, it will make a split personality. And he will ruin himself, and he will ruin the society also where he is living. So those who have desires must accept that, and they must work to fulfill their desires, whether they are worldly or otherworldly. And along with that, as we are human beings, we are observing the world. We can evaluate our own life and the situations we are moving through. So, in course of time, there is no doubt that a human being, being a manushya, he will reach above those mundane desires, and while doing different karma as prescribed by teachers, naturally he will have a discipline within. There is no doubt in that. Even though he is doing such and such karma for getting such and such benefits, if he is doing as per the instructions of the teacher, there is no doubt in that he will have a sort of discipline within. His senses and other limbs, they will have a discipline. They will have discipline. There is no doubt in that. And in course of time, slowly and slowly, his mind will get purified. There also no doubt is there. So in course of time, he will transcend the realm of kamya karma. There is no doubt in that. So even though kamya karmas are prescribed for getting different karmas, they also will make human being fit to transcend that. This is well explained by Bhagavan Bhashyakara in the introductory Bhashya of Bhagavad Gita. This is well explained by Bhagavan Bhashyakara. So, we can conclude like this. Even though kamya karmas are for getting this and that benefit, they also will make us fit to have real knowledge through disciplined life, through getting a mental purity, like that. So, let us repeat once more the sayings of Bhagavan Bhashyakara, Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. All the karma enjoined in the Vedas are for getting a purified mind. And these karma, which are prescribed by Veda, we can categorize into four. There are four karma, for four categories of Vedic karma. They are Nitya, then Naimittika, then Kamya, and Prayaschita. These are the four categories of Vedic karma. Nitya, Naimittika, Kamya, and prayaschitta. What is nitya karma? Nitya karma is that karma which we have to perform daily. Ah, we have to perform daily. We cannot do any omission. Those karmas are nitya karmas. So in the life, performing nitya karma is a must. Then there is naimittika karma. Naimittika karmas are those karmas which we have to do according to situations. When such and such things happens in our life, for example, at a certain age, or when such a thing happens in our life, that is as per situations or circumstances, we have to perform. We need not do daily, or we cannot do daily. For example, see, marriage, wedding ceremony, vivaha samskara. That is one among Sodasa Samskaaras or Naimittika karmas. We cannot have it daily doing marriage, doing wedding ceremony. No, it happens only once in the life. It happens only once. Or naming ceremony. That happens only in once in life. So cremating our father or mother, we cannot do it daily. We cannot take them to crematorium daily. No, it happens once. So these are naimittika karmas. Then there is kamya karma. Kamya karmas are different yagas which are aimed to reap many benefits in the other worlds. Swarga, Devaloka, like that. And of course, there are some kamya karmas which performed to have many benefits in this world, like putra kameshti, for getting progeny, or to get the post of or the status of an emperor. So they also are kamya karmas. So kamya karma we can define like this: those karma enjoined in the Vedas for getting different benefits in this world and the other. Then there is another category that is prayaschitta. Prayaschitta. See, committing errors is quite natural for human beings. in our life, we may commit many errors, and many errors in life, they will accrue sins, papa. Error is aparadha, and from aparadha comes sin, papa. This papa, they will cover our own individuality more and more, and we will be forced to depths of ignorance, dark sorrow. All these will come as the effect of papa. So, to erase those errors, erasing errors which were committed by us, and thereby removing papa, sin, many karma are prescribed by rishis. They are prayashchitas. Many types of prayashchitas are there. Many types of prayashchitas. There are prayashchitas which we have to decide and we have to undergo. Or there are prayashchitas which we have to decide and we have to perform. And there are prayashchitas which have to be upheld by the rulers, like the king, or in the present day world, the government, living in the prison. That is a prayashchitta. Or even hanging to death. That is a prayashchitta. Some may wonder how it can be a prayashchitta. It is a prayashchitta. Because our concept of life is not something beginning from birth and ending with death. No. These are 2 points. 2 points in a straight line. There is the line, backward and forward. So, even hanging a culprit to death is a prayashchitta for him, to remove the sin he has committed. Some may think this is a foolish statement. Yes, you have the right to say so, but our vision is that. So many types of prayachittas are there, many types. According to the error we have committed or the magnitude of sin that may accrue, prayachittas will differ. So these are, in general, for karma or for groups of karma enjoined by Vedas. Nitya, Naimittika, Kamya, and Prayashchitta. So, within that, this subject which you have selected, that is Sodasa Samskara, it comes as a Naimittika karma. Naimittika karma. So we can enter into that discussion in our next sitting, that is next Saturday.
Namaste,
What
Swamiji.
are Namaste. What are Naimittika karmas? And how these are Naimittika karmas? These are the subjects for our discussion. Yes, that we can do in the next sitting. Namaste.
Yeah.
Rajuji? Yeah.
Yeah. Probably going to the next question, we have a question from Uniji. And before going that, probably we can select the topic for tomorrow's Malayalam class session also, or we will do it tomorrow. What is your opinion?
Like this, we can do tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
Uniji has got a question. Unikrishnji, you can unmute yourself and.
Yeah. Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
I'm asking this question for my friend. So his question is about sannyasa. How is the path of sannyas properly approached? And for example, in the Advaita Ashram at Kolatur, there is a system like first it will be brahmachari in white, and then first a student, then brahmachari in yellow, and then orange into sannyasa. So in one of your earlier talks, Swamiji has mentioned that when you were doing your parivrjan, you met a holy mother in Gokarna, and as per her instruction, you started wearing orange cloth and accepted a sannyasa name. So later, the proper sannyasa was taken in Kailas Ashram. So the question is, there seems to be also sannyasi. There are other people who take sannyasa at a later stage after their grahastya, ashrama, family life, after their marriage and all. So question is, who can take sannyas and how it is properly approached? And once sannyasa is taken, what does it entail? That is the question.
Yeah. This is a very good question. See, there is no hard and fast rule regarding the course we have to undergo before accepting sannyasa. There is no hard and fast rule. Because one is getting qualified by having proper vairagya and jnana. See, sannyasam, jnana, vairagya, lakshanam. That is what Bhagavan Bhashyakara says. That is, the sign of sannyasa is not this ochre cloth. I am wearing this, so I am saying I am a sannyasi. No. This won't make me a sannyasi. This is only an outer apparel. Anybody can wear this. What makes a real sannyasi is jnana he have within and the vairagya that is burning within. So vairagya and jnana, these are the signs of a sannyasi. Sannyasam, jnana, vairagya, lakshana. So you cannot say you must stay here for 10 years to have jnana and vairagya ripened. Then you can have sannyasa. You cannot say that. Or you cannot say you must first wear white cloth, then yellow cloth, then ochre cloth. No. There is no connection. There is no relation with sannyasa. Then how all the systems are? To that we can slowly come. We can enter into that topic slowly. First, let us begin with what Shastra says. The other things are organizational matters. So we must understand first that Jnana and Vairagya are the basic things which gives us the right to accept sannyasa. This is the qualifying factor. And when one have that within, fully developed, and he cannot lead a life or lifestyle which he had undergone or through which he was going. A burning sensation will be there within to get out of that lifestyle. He cannot live like yesterday or day before yesterday. So on that very day he can accept sannyasa. Two ways are there, or two styles are there. One is Vidva sannyasa and the other is Vividisha sannyasa. In Vidva sannyasa, he is accepting sannyasa by himself. He is making that oath within, or swear within, that I am a sannyasi. From today onwards, I am a sannyasi, and I am throwing away everything connected with my earlier life. So he can shave his hairs, remove the cloth he was wearing, and he can utter loudly that I am a sannyasi. I had renounced this world and the other worlds. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, and Suvaha. All the three Vyahrudis I am renouncing, or I had renounced. In loud voice he can utter this, and he can wear ochre cloth or soiled cloth if he wish, or without cloth he can move. So he's a sannyasi. He's a Vidvat sannyasi. And Vividisha sannyasa Vividisha means eagerness to know. The meaning of Vividisha is eagerness to know, the thirst to know. Know what? Know the ultimate reality. What is Brahman? Who am I? That thirst to know. When that is burning within, it will make everything else irrelevant and immaterial for him. So when that thirst to know or thirst for knowledge is burning within, he can approach a guru who is a sannyasi, and he can accept sannyasa from that guru. That is Vividisha sannyasa. So guru will impart some teachings. Guru will instruct him how to lead a sannyasin's life. And Guru himself will remove the symbols which he was carrying with him, or which were in his body. Symbols of what? Symbols of grihastha life, life of householder. or symbols of a brahmachari, like shikha and yajnopavita, holy thread, and the dand he was carrying. So as per the instructions of that guru, he will throw everything. And he had to remove all the clothes, and without any cloth, he had to chant some mantras which guru will ask him to chant. And he had to take Mahasankalpa, that from today onwards I am a sannyasi, and the greatest vow for a sannyasi is abhayam. So that vow he had to take. I am not chanting that because we are not accepting sannyasa. So it is not proper for me to chant that mantra. Only those who are accepting sannyasa will hear that. That is the tradition. So this Mahasankalpa they will take, and in loud voice they have to chant the same mantra, that is this Bhu I have renounced, Bhuvaha I have renounced, and Suvaha I have renounced. So after renouncing all the words, he will get out of a river and he will walk northward. So when he put his seventh step, with all love and care, Guru will call him back. You don't go, you come here. Then he will return. Then, for the benefit of the world and for introspection, you live in this world, and for that you can accept this dress. With that mantra, Guru will give him basic clothes. What are the basic clothes? I am not explaining. You can think. So he will wear that. Then Guru will give him name. And of course, sannyasa mantra also will be given. So this is Vividisha Sannyasa. We all accepted Vividisha Sannyasa. We are Vividisha Sannyasins. So two styles of sannyasa are there. One, Vidya Sannyasa and Vividisha Sannyasa. There is no age limit. There is no restriction regarding one have to undergo Grihastha life or Vanaprastha life. No. When that Vairagya is full within, and the thirst for knowledge is burning within, which won't allow you to follow the earlier lifestyle. And that eagerness to know, that thirst to know is there, burning. One can accept sannyasa. And according to Shruti, that is Veda, you can reach sannyasa through two ways. That is one pravritti marga and the other nivritti marga. Both will take you to sannyasa. What is the path of pravritti? It is explained. Tato brahmacharet, brahmachari bhutva grihi bhaved, grihi bhutva vani bhaved, vani bhutva pravrajed. And the way of nivritti, the path of nivritti is explained like this. Yadiva itaratha, yadahareva virajeta dahareva pravrajed, grihadva vanadva brahmacharyadva. The meaning is, after that, you must accept the life of a brahmachari. After that means after getting initiated into Gayatri, that is Upanayana Samskara, and wearing the holy thread, you must lead a life of brahmachari. And you must study Shastras, scriptures, and of course, other kalas you must learn. By studying kala, you can have a daily livelihood. You can get jobs outside. Even now it is so. Engineering is a kala, medical profession is a kala, interior decoration is a kala, accountancy is a kala, auditing is a kala, perfumery is a kala. So many kalas are there. So by studying one kala, you can get livelihood. And you must learn Veda also. That will set a goal within. So how to lead the path and what is the goal? Both these aspects we must have a clear picture through undergoing the life of a brahmachari. Tato brahmachared, brahmachari bhutva grihi bhaved. After observing the life of a brahmachari, you can enter into grihastha-ashrama. So, after brahmacharya, you can marry, and after marrying, you can lead the life of a householder, doing Panchamahayajna daily, and performing other prescribed duties, begetting children, and doing all such things. Grihi bhutva vani bhaved. And after fulfilling the duties there in the grihastha-ashrama, you can enter into the next ashrama, which is called vanaprastha-ashrama. And you can go to forest, or you must go to forest and dive deep within. And through upasanas, must develop vairagya within. And through a life of austerity, there in the vanaprastha ashrama, we will become fit to accept sannyasa. And vani bhutva pravrajed. So after completing vanaprastha, you can accept sannyasa. This is the pravritti marga. And there is the other marga, nivritti marga, yadeva itaratha. If you are not following this path, yadahareva virajeta dahareva pravrajed. On which day you have that real detachment within. Real detachment within. Detachment from what? Detachment from worldly objects. That day you must accept sannyasa. Tadahareva pravrajed. That day, tadahareva. You must not postpone to tomorrow. When you have that burning vairagya within, that day itself, you must accept sannyasa. Tadahareva virajed, pravrajed. So this is the injunction we can see in the Upanishads. And somewhere else in the same Upanishad, it is said, Brahmacharya deva pravrajed. One must accept sannyasa from Brahmacharya itself. That is before marrying. One must accept sannyasa. Brahmacharya deva. Eva is there. Must. One must accept sannyasa from brahmacharya. But this is not acceptable for all. Because in another Upanishad, these are the sayings from Jabala Upanishad. And in the Sannyasa Upanishad, it is said, Samsarameva nisaram drishtva saradidrikshaya pravrajandi akrudodvaha param vairagyam ashritaha. That is, those who have that param vairagyam, Param means utmost, highest, dispassion within. They alone can accept sannyasa directly from brahmacharya ashrama. That is without marrying. For that much vairagya we must have within. So these are the injunctions or the teachings we can get from the Veda. And these are explained in Puranas and Itihasas. So, according to Pravritti Marga and according to Nivritti Marga, we can lead our life and reach this point, sannyasa. And what is the qualification? Qualification is real dispassion with it, detachment with it, vairagya. So there is no any year restriction or month restriction, nothing. The thing is, you must have a real vairagya with it. That is the qualification. Then we are going to the next part of your question. Then what about wearing white and yellow and ochre? All these are organizational matters. See, when Bhagavan Bhashyakara established mats, Shankara Mathas, he wrote rules and regulations to regulate the activities of such mathas. And that is called Mathamnaya. And in the Mathamnaya, there are rules regarding how a brahmachari's life should be, or how the life of a sannyasi must be, how the names should be like that. What are the names of brahmachari? What are the names of sannyasis? All these are written in detail in the Mathamnaya. For example, a brahmachari of Sringeri Math is called Chaitanya. So along with the name, there will be Chaitanya in the name of a brahmachari who belongs to Sringeri Math. And the name of a sannyasi who is belonging to Sringeri Math, there will be Puri or Saraswati or Bharati. Puri or Saraswati or Bharati will be there along with the name. So when we see one's name, for example, Swami Chidananda Puri, it means he is coming in the lineage of Sringeri Math. Or Saraswati, he comes under the lineage of Sringeri Math. Same way Bharati also. If you are seeing one Giri, it shows he comes in the lineage of Jyotir Math, like that. So, in course of time, many sannyasins settled at different places and did their sadhana, did the activities for spreading Sanatana Dharma and teaching Vedanta. And here and there, at different places of the world, so many ashramas came into existence. Earlier, only 4 mutts were there, and it became 100,000 like that. So, in each and every ashram, there will be one system which is established by the founder of that ashram, or systems which are made by other heads in due course. So many ashrams are there. In some ashrams you can go and join. Immediately on the next day you can have sannyasa. That is, there nothing wrong is there. If you are ripe enough to have that, you can have. There is nothing wrong. And in some ashramas, there will be some rules. You have to stay here and serve the ashram for such and such years, and you will be under strict observation. And after that, you will be admitted, like that. So many systems are there. So, in later days, when great acharyas formed or established organizations with a view to make missionary workers in our society. They are Vedanta teachers, they are sannyasins. Inwardly, they are established in themselves, but outwardly, they have to travel in the world and teach shastras to protect Sanatana Dharma, or to spread the teachings of Sanatana Dharma and to spread the tenets of Vedanta. So it's a sort of missionary work. So to make such missionary people, such acharyas who established such ashrams, they wrote different rules and regulations, or they made different rules and regulations, and that they are followed in those ashramas. For example, take the case of Sri Ramakrishna Math. Why I am taking Sri Ramakrishna Math? It is the ashrama established by none other than Swami Vivekananda ji, and from late 1890s, it is functioning. And even now, it's a great establishment with many thousands of sannyasins, great scholars. So that is the long-standing organization in the history of Sanatana Dharma. Of course, Shankara Mathas are there. That is there is no doubt. But the modern ashrams, first we have to mention is Ramakrishna Math. In the case of Ramakrishna Math, the rule written by Vivekananda ji was, if you join there, you have to undergo 4 years brahmacharya, and 5th year you can accept sannyasa. That was the rule. But in course of time, that rule, basically that rule is the same even now, but they have added many more years. For example, before that, 2 years of rigorous study you have to do. So 4 plus 2. Then later, 2 more years added. That is 2 years you have to serve at a center. Then 1 more year added. So now at present, if a boy is a young man is going to Ramakrishna Math for joining there, if the head of that institution, that center, is
I think Swamiji has got a connection problem, so we will wait.
relation is there. So 1 year pre-probation, 2 years probation. 1 plus 2, 3. Then you have to undergo 2 years study. Then 5 years. Then you will get brahmacharya diksha. The Ramakrishna mission, brahmacharis are wearing white cloth, not yellow. Then as the brahmachari, you have to stay 4 years. So 9 long years. So within that period, you can, if you want, you can get out of the organization, you can go out, you can marry, whatever lifestyle you want to choose, you can take. But by the 9 years, you will be strictly observed, and if the authorities are happy with your life there, and if they are thinking you are competent to accept sannyasa, on the 9th year, they will give sannyasa. This is the pattern. So in the 9th year, they will become sannyasis. There is no other option. This is the style there. Then take the case of Chinmaya mission. If you are going and joining there, you will undergo study. You'll have to study Vedanta for, I think, 2.5 years. And after that, you will, if you want, and if the Acharya also is satisfied,
Swamiji got disconnected. It's connecting it again.
so you will get sannyasa there. This is the system there. So different, this is not connected with the basic text. These are only organizational matters. These are organizational matters. Advaita Ashrama is not such a big organization. There is no such a hard and fast rule here. But what we are following is, you must undergo study, and before getting into that study, you must stay and you will be observed. And after that, after completing study, you can accept, if you want, Brahmacharya Diksha. And there is no any year stipulation. Then sannyasa, that we are following. So these are not connected with the Shastras, these are connected with organizational missions. So this is about what you asked. If anything more is to be clarified, you can ask. Namaste.
Namaste, Swami. Thank you.
How long we are planning to continue, Swamiji?
Now we can. Now it is 9:49. We can go up to 10 o'clock.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
there is the next question from Shaji ji. Shaji, you can unmute and ask.
Namaste, Swamiji. Pranams.
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Namaste. Swamiji, I have a question on Antyeshti, the funeral rites. And this is something that happened with me in the last 2 weeks because I lost my father-in-law. My wife is there in Kerala, and she's the only child. And she doesn't, and as you know, she has only 2 daughters, right? So my father-in-law, her dad, wanted her to do all the funeral rites. So when time came, when she stepped up, the local community, the society, and the whole neighborhood in general stopped her, saying that a female cannot do the Antyeshti and you're forbidden from doing it. So she asked those people from where they're getting the references from, because the Vedas clearly don't say that. Manusmriti also talks a little bit, but it does give rights. And to the best of my knowledge, I don't think Garuda Puranam says that as well. But none of these people who stopped her were willing to answer her questions. And when she mentioned a few examples that happened in the last 5 years, they kept saying that these are all people coming from very high political backgrounds, and for them it's allowed, but for a regular people like you and me, it's not. So I really wanted to know, why is it, and where are we going wrong, and what needs to be done, Swamiji?
See, this particular aspect we can discuss today, because Antyeshti Samskara is one topic which will come as a part of Sodasa Samskaras, which we are going to take here. So this part, the second part of your question, we can discuss today. See, the This is the result of sheer ignorance. Only ignorance, nothing else. Because if a man can do Antyeshti Samskara of his father or mother, definitely, without any doubt, a woman can also do. There's no doubt in that. Because see, in Samskrita, son is putra and daughter is putri. Putri is a word which is derived by adding stri pratyaya to putra. So the basic meaning is the same. There is no difference between putra and putri when the basic meaning is concerned. Only to show the gender, putra and putri differentiation is there. And what is the meaning of putra or putri? One who is saving their parents from hell, naraka, is putra or putri. So if a putra has the right for doing Antyeshti, definitely putri also has that right. There is no doubt in that. So there is no meaning in saying a girl cannot do, a daughter cannot do, a woman cannot do. There is no meaning at all. But see what happened. We passed through a dark phase in the history of Sanatana Dharma. Through a dark phase we passed through, and all sorts of nonsensical things like Jativada and Lingavada creeped into our Shastras. Jativada is in the place of Varna, which is more scientific and rational, came illogical, unscientific, and superstitious system of Jati. That is one thing. And the other thing is, only man can do this and that. Woman cannot do puja. Woman cannot do homa. She cannot even chant Veda. See, if she is chanting Om Namah Shivaya, no, it is sinful. She can chant Namah Shivaya. She cannot chant Om. Why? Because she is a woman. She cannot. Then what are the jobs she can? Giving birth to children. Then work in the kitchen. These are the two works she can do. So this is the effect of ignorance and passing through a dark phase of our history. So those who are staying in that darkness even now, they will obstruct. No, you cannot. So she asked, from where you are saying this? What is the reference? What are the text? You please quote that. They cannot, because there is no such a textual things. And even if they are quoting some text, no doubt there will be some smritis, not shruti. Not shruti. There is no such barring or limiting in the shruti. Of course, there are many smritis which says you cannot do. Only man can do this. Only man can do this. Those smritis are written by men, and that is against the heart of Shruti. There is no doubt in that. So Manu himself says, Ya Veda Bahya Smrtayaha Yascha Kascha Kudrishtayaha Sarvasta Nishphala Proktaha Tamo Nishtahita Smrtaha. Those smritis which are against the inner teaching, inner message of Veda, we have to denounce them. We cannot accept that because they are staying in darkness. The smriti itself is staying in the darkness. Then how we can accept that? So there is no meaning at all. And after all, even if you can bring some quotation, Sanskrit quotation from some Shastras, there is one basic question. Mother is your God. Father is your God. So if mother herself or father himself asked you to do the Antyeshti karma, then there is no need for any Veda, any Shruti or any Smriti. There is no need for any Shruti or Smriti quotations because very personification of that divinehood is our mother and father. When father asked to do that, my daughter must do my Antyeshti, nobody has the right to prevent her. Nobody has the right. She must not pay any heed to them. If they are saying, so we are going, we will not take part in this rite, then she can say, please you go, that is good. Because I am doing as per the sayings of my father. He is the first pramana for me. His words are the first pramana because this is the body of my father. And it was his wish that my daughter must do this. Then who are you? This is the question she must ask. She need not ask for any Vedic saying, injunction. Because my father is my God. And he asked for that. So it is my duty to do that. So barring women from doing such activities is the effect of utter ignorance. Even if there are Shastra Pramanas, those Shastras we cannot accept because they are against the inner teachings or inner message of Veda. That is the answer. Regarding Antyeshti, we can discuss another day because it is a part of our topic, Sodasa Samskara. Namaste. I think now we can conclude. Huh?
Yes. Yeah, Swamiji.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om.